Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin, the July 4th SmackDown review. And it's from Phoenix, so apparently they never left. They just decided to make to homestead Phoenix. I'm kidding. The show was not that good. It wasn't. There were a couple good moments, but it's like this really was a flat SmackDown. I did like the decent opening video package, showing, being patriotic and how wrestling can be, how wrestling can bring people together. That was cool. John Cena returns. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Same promo that he said the last few times when he's returned. Oh, any of you young guys, you're gonna have to go through me. Or you want some? Come get some. Da ba 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 ba. Rusev's music hits. Thank you. Rusev is back. Hooray! They're going to have a flag match at Battleground and Cena's going to win. It's terrible. Poor Rusev. I mean, sorry, just poor Rusev. I was glad to see Rusev back, and he brought up a couple reasonable points, but they're making him the foreign heel. This isn't a good idea. Foreign heel stuff is not working with gender. And Rusev would have been better as a babyface. I mean, he came off as more of a babyface when he would talk about John Cena. He said, "Where's my video packages? My return video package. Where the people weren't clamoring for my return, even though quite a few people were on Twitter, but maybe WWE wasn't. This flag match just does nothing for me because Cena's going to win because we can't have nice things. And unfortunately, hashtag Save Rusev is going to have to keep trending for a while because we all want to save Rusev. It's just apparent that WWE Creative doesn't want to. Then Chad Gable versus AJ Styles. This match happened, and the winner would go on to be part of the Independence Day Battle Royal later in the night. And it was a good little match. I mean, AJ won, as would be expected. But Gable had a good showing for himself. I mean, I don't think there was any doubt that Styles was going to win, but it was still fun. It was a fun match for what it was. This would be a nice little feud if AJ were to be the U.S. champion at any point. I would actually be for Gable and, Styles having a feud a bit down the road. Because I think Gable's really got something. I don't know about his promo ability. He might have to really work on that. But he's definitely got the wrestling ability, and he's got the likability. Crowd seems to love him. And AJ's in a class all by himself. And then Carmella and Ellsworth. I mean, good on them. It was a typical promo. Daniel Bryan comes out. I don't know what Naomi was saying. I don't have a clue. Daniel Bryan comes out and suspends Ellsworth for 30 days and fines him $10,000. And if he didn't leave and if he violated this in the next 30 days, then Carmella would be stripped of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Even though Carmella could cash in that briefcase at any time in those 30 days, as long as Ellsworth wasn't around. And if Ellsworth came back for the 30 days, what's Daniel Bryan going to do? Strip her of the title? I mean, probably. That's probably where they're going with it. My question is Ellsworth hurt? Did he really get hurt on that nut shot to the outside when Becky Lynch tossed him off the ladder, pushed the ladder over, and he landed crotch first on the ropes last week? Or did he get wellnessed? I hope he didn't get wellness. I can't imagine what he would need to be taking where that would happen, but hopefully this is just for storyline, that Ellsworth is going to be cooled off on TV just for a month, and that maybe you can establish Carmella a little more. Maybe on day 31, or since this will lead into SummerSlam, you could have Ellsworth come back and help Carmella gain a victory at SummerSlam, or celebrate with her, or distract her opponent, which will probably be Carmella, or it would be Carmella and Naomi or something like that, or Carmella interferes in a match that Naomi's having with somebody, and then Carmella cashes in, and Ellsworth distracts, allowing Carmella to get the victory. I don't know, I'm just fancy booking that stuff, but I hope that Ellsworth wasn't wellnessed. As of this review, I don't believe he has been, but hopefully not. Lana versus Naomi was over as quick as it took me to get a drink. Lana tapped out quick. I'm not understanding what's going on. I just don't understand this. What is going on here? What is this? I mean, I'm not saying Lana's ready to be champion, but all this stuff, it's like, are they trying to make her quit? Because they did all this hype stuff or whatever. She had a better showing at Money in the Bank, and then just got squashed the last two times. It would have been better to do a squash, a regular, maybe a rematch where she has a better showing but loses, and then have another squash, something like that. But just the fact she had her best showing in the first match and still lost, and has had these 2 losses, it's just weird. I'm not saying she should have beaten Naomi. Naomi should have still been champion, but it was odd. And I guess Tamina and Lana are going to have some kind of alliance. I mean, I don't know if Lana should do that. I mean, you know what happens when a snooker gets around women. That's right, I went there, and I'll say it again. Baron Corbin attacked Shinsuke Nakamura, and they brawled backstage during the show. That should be a nice little match at Battleground. Hasn't been made official, but it still should be a nice little match. And hopefully that'll be pretty fun. And then, what is it? I don't even know how to pronounce the guy's name. Wale, W-A-L-E, some Grammy Award-winning rapper, which is like being the world's tallest midget. It doesn't mean you have any talent. Winning a Grammy, a lot of people win Grammys they don't deserve. But anyway, and a lot of people will have, Kanye West try to come up and interrupt their speech because Kanye West is an idiot. An absolute fucking idiot. Moving on from that, though, rap battle with the Usos and their crew, whoever the hell they were, some independent wrestlers, I imagine, and New Day with their unicorn crew. This was one of the worst segments I've seen in 2017, probably in the last few years. Sans one line that I don't remember which Uso said it, but keep it PG, don't make it rated R like your boy Xavier, or Xavier Woods. That was a good line. That was a good line, and it was a straight shot at Paige. It was a shot at Xavier Woods also for participating in it, but it was another shot at Paige, which I'm betting happened in part because she was at Slammiversary under a mask, apparently, which was not a good idea by her because it just gave her more heat with the company. But even if that wasn't the reason why it happened, it was a funny line. It was something I didn't think they would go to. But whatever. The problem is this segment was about maybe 3 to 4 minutes worth of material. Maybe 5 minutes worth of material, and it felt like it took 30 minutes to get done. Hated watching it. It was absolutely dreadful. Besides that one line. But like I said, Cena versus Rusev in the flag match, Battleground, hooray. Orton versus Aiden English. Aiden English won this by DQ because Orton used the steel steps and then RKO out of somewhere. And Jinder and Orton because racism, hooray! Just this angle is so embarrassing. It is just bad. The Punjabi prison match is horrible, and I'm sorry, Jinder is not interesting at all. Not one bit. I can't stand Jinder at all. This is a terrible idea to make him WWE champion. It's not working. The idea of making somebody a surprise champion, make it somebody good. Because Jinder's not good. I'm not saying Jinder can't wrestle, but I don't want to hear this, oh, give Jinder a chance. Let's do this. If any of you guys watching this feel that way, fine. But a lot of people are like, you just don't give Jinder a chance. Okay. Why am I going to give a guy that was jobbing just over 2 months ago? Actually, about 2.5 months ago. Why am I going to give him a chance? You can't go from jobbing at WrestleMania and even a couple weeks after to suddenly being the WWE champion by the May pay-per-view. It's just stupid. End this feud. Seriously, end this damn feud. And Orton's going to lose at Battleground. I already know that, but just, I don't care who you have beat Jinder have somebody beat Jinder at SummerSlam. I don't care who you have. Have Cena win. Have Cena win and win his 17th title. I am just sick to death of Jinder being the champion. It is an embarrassment. They might as well. It wouldn't be the first time that, they deface the title by taking a shit on it or something else, like what others did to the NXT women's title that Paige had. That was pretty terrible. And then Breeze and Drag was why? I mean, Tenay Young, that was kind of funny. And then Mike and Maria Kanellis, and you got Sami Zayn, who's going to have a feud with Mike Kanellis, Bennett, Martellus, whatever. That'll be a fun feud. I think it'll be fine at Battleground. It'll probably be on the kickoff or on the main show. If it's on the main show, it won't be given much time, but I still think it's going to be a nice little match. Independence Day Battle Royal, Zayn, Harper, Jason Jordan, Breezango, Styles, Ascension, Sin Cara. I believe the Colognes were even in there, who have asked for the WWE release, and goodbye, don't want to see you again. Ziggler, Hype Bros, Ty, Rowan. It was decent. Styles won. He should have. It certainly wasn't bad. It was nice to see Ty back on TV. If I missed anybody else in that thing, I apologize, but it kind of blended together. It's just... Styles versus Owens would be very nice, and Owens ripping apart Saxton and Phillips on commentary will never cease being funny. SmackDown, though, it's just this... C-, just C-. This was just a below average episode of SmackDown. I mean, I've seen worse, but it's just, especially some of the stuff with the women and the other stuff, I just don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's just very odd. And there was no Natty, there was no Becky, there was, unless there was some other house show or something like that. It was just weird that a lot of these women that they could utilize, there was no Charlotte, there was no, missing somebody else, but I mean, just the whole point is there weren't any of those women. I mean, seriously, like that was ridiculous. Now 205 Live. I wasn't so sure about Titus opening up the show, but he did hype up Neville and Tozawa. Neville cut a decent promo, basically saying you don't care about your clients. I'm going to destroy Tozawa. Neville versus Lindsay Dorado then was up, and it was okay. Titus did say one line during that though, because Neville said that Titus doesn't care about his clients. He says, I look at, and I wrote this down, and I wrote down the best I could. I look at, Titus saying, I look out for the best interests of my clients, just like I do for my family. I hope that doesn't mean that he kisses his clients on the mouth the same way he does his teenage son, which is fine. No, it's not fine. It's weird. Still, nice little match. Neville got the win. Poor Lindsay, but Lindsay's a good wrestler. Gallagher versus Tony Nese. This is good. I enjoyed it. It was what you would expect. Between two really good performers. Gallagher got the win because Nese tried to fake the injury by grabbing his left knee, and then that didn't work. Gallagher got the win. Kendrick cut down Britain and cut down Jack Gallagher. It's a way to build the feud right afterwards. It was fine. Did a promo on the Titantron. That was cool. Alicia, Noam Dar, please drop this. It looks like Noam Dar might finally be getting sick of Alicia Fox, and for the love of God, I hope so. I am sick to death of this feud, of this pairing. Sick of it. Noam deserves better. Get Alicia back to wrestling. Get her off of, cutting promos because she can't cut a promo. TJP versus Rich Swann. That was good. That was really good. I wasn't sure at first because I looked at the time that the match actually started and I'm like, geez, I don't know what they're going to do. But still, it had a good pace to it. Wasn't as great as their stuff at their match at the Cruiserweight Classic. But it still was nice, and Swann gained the victory literally with, after some pinfall reversals, gained the win just before TJP kicked out. It was good. It was enjoyable. They shook hands, the hug, bro hug, love you, bro. That was nice, and it was a good match. 205 Live will get a B-. I'm gonna give it a B- only because I don't know, the Titus stuff I could have done without. Though I will say that Titus is doing better as a manager than I thought he would. That's what I gotta say. So do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link in the description, of course. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin. I will see you soon.